Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome. Welcome
Hey.
back to Mushoku Tensei. Oh, wait. If that's. What is that? Oh, okay. They are there. I was like, where's our little icons? And I'm like, oh, there they are.
No, we're there. We're here.
Yeah, yeah. It just took a second for Twitch to discover that.
No, I think it was
Alrighty.
there from the beginning, but I think we're good.
Alrighty. So, uh, welcome back. We're on the second stream for Mushoku Tensei. Hello and thank you and welcome for coming back. For those who have not seen the anime, highly recommend you go check that out before coming and checking out our streams. Quick update, especially an update from yesterday. I got an email from a KaiCon last night. Panels were approved, at least 4 of them. So we will be doing panels at a KaiCon. So there will be no anime church for the end of the month because we're doing that live we're doing that as a panel. We're doing that live, like we never do it live, but we're doing that for the panel. Maybe we'll cover some stuff and maybe we'll record it or something. I don't know. I don't have a camera for that. But yeah, the quick update is panels got approved. I did send back a message saying, hey, if the panels that you had on the wait list need to be trimmed down for time in case the spot opens up, please feel free to let me know. You know, all that good stuff. But yeah, that is what we're looking at right now. I will shortly get the information to you. 1 second. If we are able to pull anything from the wait list, it would be closer to the con. As of right now, pack schedule, but we can let you know. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so the panels that have been approved. Slime Abridged panel. That will be happening Sunday, June 29th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. How to Make an Abridged Parody. That will be happening also Saturday, the 29th from 6:30 to 7 p.m. How Light Novels Have Changed Anime will be Friday, June 28th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then Anime Church will be on Sunday, June 30th. Funny enough, we could technically do the show at the panel and have an hour of time to come back to my actual home, turn on the live stream and do it all over again live because it's from 11 to 1. So literally, we could technically do 2 versions of Anime Church. I just don't think we're going to want to.
I was going to say, are you feeling that? Do you think you'll feel that optimistic and explorative?
It
Or
honestly depends on the amount of news we get. It honestly does.
fair?
But 3 of the people who are attending AkaiCon are in this call right now. Revan, Moon, and myself, and then we will have the lovely Lynn and Drake there, and of course Miki is there, and so
Hold the fuck up.
You said Revan.
Did you just call me Revan?
God damn it! Well, Revan is gonna be there, but he's not a fat dog. I'm so sorry.
Well, you said in this call.
Yeah, Fenris. I meant Fenris. God damn it! All right. I know what the problem is. I've been in a call with Moon and Revan for the last 2 hours trying to get through Destiny,
And Revan is in the chat.
It just became a habit. But Revan will be at the con. You know, if you want to meet Revan, he'll be there.
The betrayal.
The betrayal.
Oh god. I know how you feel now, Revan.
At least it wasn't me.
Could be worse. I could have called him Wraith. You know, keep that joke going. You know. Oh man.
Could have called him a turret.
Add him to the book. No! You can't add me to the book. I'm the one who writes the book. Oh,
You can
no.
self-insert.
I can self-insert. That's terrible. Don't give them ammo. Don't give them ammo. And, of course, we will also be getting one more person in attendance. That will be Paper Jinx, who voices our Darkness for Konosuba Abridged and will be taking over for Rimuru. in season 2 of Slime Abridged. So she will be there, and she is welcome to join. All of them are welcome to join the panel stuff. But yeah. All right, so now I gotta. It's probably gonna be tough to get Miki to jump in and join because she's really busy with stuff. But I could probably get a hold of Autumn and let her know. I can get a hold of Paper Jinx. I'm used to calling people by like real names, but I mean nobody knows. Anyhow,
Until you just said it.
well, no. The problem is we don't have enough people who watch this for it to matter. That's the sad part. Just started watching. Did I miss anything? Panels got approved for KaiCon.
No.
You hush. Don't you say no. That was an important thing. That's important information. So yeah, if you're in the Middle Tennessee area and you want to come see us at a con, we will be together for I was about to say Anime Church, which is true. We would. But for a KaiCon. Yeah. This is what happens when I just wing it instead of having notes, man. Oh, man. My brain is just all over the place today. Alrighty. Good times. Good times.
Wait. I'm looking over what you sent in the chat.
Uh-huh.
You put down Anime Church as 2 hours, not 1.
It is 2 hours.
You said 11 to 12.
11 to 1.
Yeah, you said 11 to 12.
Did I? In the chat?
No, when you were explaining stuff.
Okay, because I was fixing to say it couldn't be because I copy-pasted. No, it's 11 to 1. Sorry. It's 1 hour before we would normally do Anime Church, which is at 2 p.m. Central Time.
Hi, Wraith.
This man's going crazy tonight.
I'm on my Sonic moment, man. I'm saying words that aren't there. Everybody remember
so
from last
it's my
week?
fault now. I see. No.
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying I can relate.
I know.
I can relate. I feel your pain. All right. Last.
You're changing names. You're adding words. It's like when you're just in that moment, it's just like it's easier just to go autopilot.
I'm just not here today. Not fully here. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Do you even know what club? The club sandwich with a big ass fucking billy club. That's what it is. Sounds
Club sandwich.
Sounds legit. Anyway, I'm gonna change things up now.
You can change clothes later.
That's not what I'm doing.
We got reading to do right now. You don't need to read wearing clothes. We don't have
Okay,
a camera or
hush
anything on.
everybody. Hush everybody. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen of the six-sided world, please open your books of Mushoku Tensei, if you have them. We encourage you to read along with us. We're not showing it on screen. Please open those books. Oh, dude, I've called myself by the wrong name, so by technicality, I'm in that club. But anyhow, please open your books to chapter 5.
Though that is basically
Revan, thank you for the gift sub. The 7 gift subs. Appreciate it. Now I have to wait for like a long thing, right? No, a tier 1, they've gained 7 gift subs on the channel. Gotcha. So Wraith, congrats, you were gifted a sub. And you didn't have to spend a dime. Look at you.
He's sub.
All right. So, yes, chapter 5, Swords and Sorcery. Tonight, the narration will be provided by Fenris.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody remember what characters they were?
It was
That was
Paul. I
Roxy.
know that one.
I think that was the only one.
You were Paul. Wait, what? What'd you say?
That was Paul. Moon,
Oh, it was Roxy.
Okay,
Shem
that's what I
was
thought.
Roxy. Yep.
Yep.
Moon,
Since
do
there's
you
no
remember
balls.
your characters?
Sylphie.
You're Sylphie. Okay, that's the only one you got?
That's the only one you gave me.
Motherfucker.
Can I give him Lilia since I'm narrating tonight?
I was gonna have y'all stick with the same characters until we got somebody else to come in and do female voices, but yeah, sure. You are now Lilia, and I think I'm still Zenith. All right, let's begin. Chapter 5, Swords and Sorcery.
Before we begin,
Let's get
though,
right into the news. I'm in
If
this
you-
book.
Fucking hell. Let Fenris talk. He's about to do a plug.
if you'd like to purchase Mushoku Tensei through either Bookwalker or Amazon, please leave a review saying we sent you. Links are in the chat.
Oh, and one last thing, because we are going to be doing panels starting either Fed Friday or next week. We will be having a donation goal set up to help with con stuff. Basically, yeah. That's it. Just that's all. All right, let's get started.
Chapter 5, Swords and Sorcery. I was now 5. We had a small party to celebrate my birthday. Birthdays weren't a yearly celebration in these lands. At ages 5, 10, and 15, it was customary for one's family to give gifts. You were considered an adult at 15, so that made a lot of sense. Paul gifted me with a pair of swords for my birthday. One was a real sword, too long and heavy for a 5-year-old to wield. The other was a short practice sword. The real sword had been properly tempered and bore a fine edge. It definitely wasn't something suitable for a little kid.
Son, a man must always carry a sword within his heart. In order to protect what's important to you,
My father started a long, rambling stream of advice, and I just smiled and nodded. His spiel had a friendly and energetic air to it, but in the end, even Zenith chided him for going on too long. Admonished, he smiled and wrapped it up with,
just remember to keep it put away when you don't need it.
This sounds like
What?
a
I'm talking about
metaphor
the
for
sword. What are you talking
penis.
about?
Oh,
somebody clearly doesn't sword fight. The man
That's-
clear.
Let's go.
God damn it, Dexter.
And I see that your Schwartz is as big as mine.
The man clearly wanted me to have the self-awareness and preparation to be able to carry a sword around. Zenith gave me a book,
Because you love books so much.
she said as she handed it to me. It was a botanical encyclopedia.
1 second. I'm trying to change the page. There we go. Oh, who's Rudy? Is that me? No.
That moon?
You.
Me. I'm Rudy? Oh, shit.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remembered Zenith. Oh, wow.
No, it was you.
Okay.
I
that's
whispered
great.
instinctively. Books in this world were quite expensive. They had the means to make paper, but didn't yet have printing, so everything had to be handwritten. The encyclopedia was a thick volume, complete with helpful illustrations and easy-to-understand descriptions. I could only imagine how much it must have cost.
Thank you, Mother. I wanted something just like this.
With that, Zenith drew me into a tight hug. Roxy gifted me with a wand. It was a stick, roughly 30 centimeters long, set with a small red stone at the tip.
I crafted it yesterday.
Roxy said.
It completely slipped my mind since you've been using magic this whole time. A master is supposed to create a rod or wand for a pupil who can use elementary magic. My apologies for forgetting.
God damn it. First thing I thought, a rod, you say. Oh my god damn it.
A rod.
That's not the only thing he's going to be crafting. Hey-o!
A rod.
Oh, did
you're
you...
about 10 years too early.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Did you watch the most recent episode of Mushoku Tensei? Because it sounds like you did.
Which one of us?
Oh, I'm talking about Sonic with that joke.
Actually, no. I'm on episode 12 the first season.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good. You're about halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they need to start up the second season, right? Because that's what's currently airing.
Yeah, that's they're at the almost at the end of the second season. But yeah, pardon us.
Yeah,
We're going to interrupt this
checked how
light
much I
novel
have.
reading to talk about the anime. What have you thought of it so far?
I've liked it. I've really enjoyed it so far. It's definitely gone through a lot. I obviously have the halfway point through season 2 or season 1, so it's
Mhm.
like,
Oh,
wait, there are
there's
things that
plenty.
happened,
There's
and we're
plenty.
like in very different parts. And there are questions about characters, like what happened with, character, some
Mhm.
characters. They're just kind of there, like, oh, that thing happened with back home. Meanwhile, and then the whole thing with Roxy, kind of like not quite finding Rudy, but it's so close. But oh well.
Super
I think
bright,
actually I
shiny
did see a
stuff.
clip
Thank you
earlier
for
that
the
kind of
comment.
spoiled that a little
Appreciate
bit.
that. No, you good. You're
Oh
literally
no, not
halfway through
that.
season 1. You're fine. Things are going great. Glad to see you here. Thank you for coming by. We're reading basically the beginning of Mushoku Tensei. We're on book 1. If you want to sit down and listen or put us on in the background, whatever. All right. Moon and Fenris could probably both attest to this. I don't. Shim, have you watched season 1 of Mushoku Tensei?
I have only watched 3 episodes so far. I need to
Alright.
keep going on it.
Yeah. I think both Fenris and Moon can attest to this. 16 and 17, they're gonna hit you in the heart.
Oh yeah.
Of the
Yeah, yeah.
first season?
Yes.
Oh
Mm.
no!
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to hit that.
No.
I might hit that tonight, if not tomorrow.
Oh,
Actually.
I hope you do. I hope you do. They're good episodes, but it's like, holy crap, man. Like Mushoku Tensei can tell one heck of an emotional story. It's not just your
Oh yeah,
typical
it's been a
isekai stuff.
ride.
Yeah. All right. So continuing on, my apologies.
As much as she didn't like being called master, Roxy sure seemed reluctant to buck the traditions of the role.
Thank you, master.
I said.
I'll take good care of it.
Roxy grimaced. The following day, I began actually training with the sword, focusing on practice swings and fundamental forms. We had a wooden practice dummy in our yard that I used to practice my forms and my strikes. My father helped me with my footwork, my balance, and the like. It felt really good getting into the real meat and potatoes of swordplay. Knowing how to wield a sword was crucial in this world. Even the heroes who appeared in books mostly wielded swords. Some used axes or hammers, but they were in a distinct minority. No one used spears because the despised superbs made use of tridents. It was commonly thought that the spear was a weapon of evil. When a spear appeared in a story, it was usually wielded by the wickedest of villains, the kind who would devour friend and foe alike, who would slaughter indiscriminately. Given that background, the art of the blade was far more advanced in this world than it was in my old one. A master swordsman could cleave a boulder in a single stroke or unleash a flash of the blade to strike a distant foe. Paul had enough skill to accomplish the first one. I wanted to know the principles behind it, so he demonstrated it. If I can talk today. So he demonstrated it several times while praising and encouraging me. He probably felt pretty good having his young, advanced magic using son clapping and cheering for him. Still, no matter how many times he showed me the trick, I couldn't tell how he did it. So I asked for an explanation.
Take a step forward, like, huh, and then flam. He's in the bathroom.
Like this?
No, you dolt. That was a step forward, like humph, and then a wham. I said humph, and then a wham. Stay lighter on your feet.
I'm so glad he's not here.
Yep.
I was going to make a joke like, hey, that's exactly how I describe stuff. And so it went. This was just conjecture on my part, but it seemed to me that in this world, magic was woven into the art of swordplay. It was visibly different from the flashy magical effects created by spellcraft, and instead worked by improving one's physical prowess and strengthening the metal of the sword itself. How else would it be possible to move at such blinding speeds or slice a huge rock in two? Paul wasn't using magic consciously. That was why he couldn't explain how he did what he did. It meant that once I was able to reproduce what he did, I'd be able to use magic to give myself a physical boost. I had to stick with it. In this world, there were 3 primary schools of swordplay. First was the sword god style. This style maintained that the best defense was a good offense and focused on high-speed moves with the goal of striking one's opponents first, ideally finishing the fight with a single blow. If the opponent was still standing, the practitioner would continue to strike and feint back until they were victorious. If I had to compare it to something from my old world, the closest thing would be Satsuma Jigen Ryu. Second was the Water God style, the polar opposite of Sword God. It was a defensive form, focused on warding off strikes and then countering. Its core tenet was one of non-aggressive defense, which didn't allow the practitioner many openings for attack, but a true master would be able to unleash a counterstrike to any attack coming their way. And I do mean any attack, including projectiles and magical attacks. Given its focus on protection, this was the sword style of choice for royal guards and nobles. Last was the North God style. This was less a sword form than a general battle strategy. It didn't focus on specific moves, but allowed the user to adapt to different situations on the fly. According to Paul, this ad hoc approach involved a lot of cheap tricks and clever ploys, but mastering the style yielded truly fantastical results. The image I got was fuck. That's a good image. The image I got was of a sword-wielding version of Jackie Chan, because
Great.
this style taught one to treat injuries and allowed for fighting even with imperfect posture. It was the favorite school for mercenaries and adventurers.
Damn, Rudy, you racist. We don't. Not all sword users look like Jackie Chan.
Carl Weezer, you use the sword?
Hi. I don't remember what Carl. Carl
Croissant.
Weezer. Carl
Something
Weezer.
along this line.
Yeah.
Jimmy's
Carl Weezer. Okay,
yeah,
I don't know.
learned how to use the sword a while ago. Okay?
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody.
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
it.
you just gotta
Perfect.
lead in with the Jimmy's mom.
Yep.
Has got it going on. I'm sorry.
No.
All right.
Judy, can't you see?
No.
Oh God.
Please continue.
Together, these were known as the three great styles, and each had adherents the world over. It was said that a swordsman who wanted to push their skill to the ultimate limit would knock on the door of each school and continue training until they were dead, though few people actually did this. The quick way to attain martial strength was to pick one of these styles to train in until proficient. In reality, while Paul chiefly practiced Sword God style, there was a smattering of Water God and North God elements included in there. It seemed that most people didn't head out into the world deciding to exclusively adhere to one style or another. As with magic, swordsmanship was broken into the following levels of skill: beginner, intermediate, advanced, saint, king, imperial, and divine. The god part of each style's name came from the epithets that given to the founders of its school. The first swordsman of the Water God School, for example, was able to use divine level water spells. Having a divine rank in both sword expertise and magical competence made for an obscenely powerful warrior. Also, it was typical when referring to swordsmen to address them as Water God or Water Saint, or whatever their level of proficiency was. For magicians, it was a tradition to add level to that descriptor. Roxy, for example, was a Water Saint tier magician. Paul decided that I would learn both the Sword God style and Water God style, the former to get a good handle on offense and the latter for defense.
But Father,
I asked.
based on what you've told me, it sounds like North God style is the most balanced of the three.
Be ridiculous. It's not even a style. It's just using a sword to fight with. Really.
Oh, I see.
North God style was clearly the odd one out of the three great styles. Either that or Paul just wasn't fond of it personally, though he was rather good at the style for someone who didn't like it.
You got a knack for magic, Rudy, but it doesn't hurt to learn how to use a sword as well. You want to be a magician who can fend off an attack from someone who can use sword god style.
So you're saying I'd be like a mage knight?
No, a mage knight is a swordsman who can also use magic. You're the opposite of that.
So a night mage.
Mm.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, knight mage. Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what the difference was really, whether you started as a warrior who picked up magic or as a magician who did it the other way around. A mage knight still knew how to use both, right? At any rate, if I worked on my sword play, I could adapt it to my use of magic. The issue was that Paul couldn't teach me how to magically boost my physical prowess because he wasn't consciously aware of how he did it. I either needed to acquire the ability myself or attain it via the right physical training. I needed to figure out the principle at work. For a moment, Paul was lost in thought, an uneasy expression on his face.
You don't like swordplay, do you?
He finally asked. Was he saying that just because I had an aptitude for magic? He must have been worried that I didn't want to train in the sword. Don't get me wrong, I had a problem practicing how to
You
use
had
the
no
sword.
problem.
Oh, I had no problem practicing how to use a sword. I just preferred time alone with Roxy studying magic over getting dirty and sweaty with another guy in the yard. I was an indoor sort of guy. Preach, my dude, preach!
God damn it.
What about bros? But what about bros before hoes?
Jeez.
I was saying,
You're saying it wrong. You're saying it wrong. It's hose before bros.
No, I'm pretty sure
Firework
that's
gardening
the
is
way.
important.
You know, it's my son. You know, that's fair.
Yeah.
I was
It's
saying
like,
that
bro,
about being an
you-
indoor sort of
I'll allow
guy.
The people that scream bros before hoes are the people that can't get their dick wet.
Oh,
Why would you say something so controversial yet
Yes.
true?
it's so
Hey,
big.
hold up. He's out of line, but he's right.
But he's right.
All right.
But hey, personal preferences couldn't get in the way of things. I decided to put my best effort into my second shot at life, and that meant trying my best at magic and the sword alike.
No,
I said.
I want to be as good at swordplay as I am at magic.
Paul flushed with pride and nodded happily as he brought his wooden practice sword to bear.
All right, then. Let's get to it. Come at me.
He was a simple man.
Yeah.
Swords and sorcery, I wasn't sure which I'd ultimately come to rely on. Honestly, I'd be cool with it either way, but it was also my duty to establish a good bond with my parents while I was young.
All right, Father.
I called out. In my past life, I'd been a burden to my parents till the day they died. If I had been nicer to them, maybe my siblings wouldn't have kicked me out of the house. I needed to be better to my parents this time round. While I was taking my first steps in sword training, my magical studies were taking on a more technical and practical bent. Roxy!
Roxy, you're up.
Oh, sorry.
What
What would happen if you cast? Oh, sorry. Okay, so I thought this was Rudy asking it. Okay. What would happen if you cast Waterfall, Heat Island, and Icicle Field in that order?
Roxy asked.
You'd create mist.
Correct. And how would you go about clearing up that mist?
Cast Heat Island again and heat up the ground?
Exactly. Now, please demonstrate, if you would.
By using spells from different schools in succession, it was possible to create other phenomena. This was known as combined magic. A textbook of magic included a spell for making rain, but had nothing about creating mist.
Make
Therefore-
it rain.
I was thinking the same thing.
Therefore, magicians had to use spells from multiple schools in sequence. This allowed for the reproduction of various natural phenomena. This was a world without microscopes. They probably hadn't discovered all the principles that governed the natural world. Combined magic contained all the creative genius of the great wizards of old. Well, I didn't need to bother with that kind of nonsense. If I wanted to create a cloud, I'd just use a spell that made rain fall and cast it as close to the ground as possible. The idea of intentionally creating a natural phenomenon was simple enough to understand. With a little outside-the-box thinking, you could do all sorts of things. For me personally, that was a bit easier said than done.
Magic can do anything, right?
I asked Roxy.
It can't do anything.
Roxy admonished.
Or, hold on, it's like, it can't do anything, Roxy admonished. You mustn't rely on it too much. Just keep a cool, level head and hone your abilities to do what you're able and what you should.
Despite her words, my head was filled with images of things like railguns and active camouflage.
Moreover, if you go around proclaiming how you can do anything, you're going to get hit with something you can't.
Are you speaking from experience, Miss Roxy?
I am, yes.
Well, this was a lesson I needed to take to heart then. I didn't want problems I couldn't deal with getting dropped in my lap. Oh,
Oh, 1 second.
Mm,
I've got like so many different screens.
mm,
I feel that, dude.
mm.
Do magicians get hit with a lot of problems in their line of work?
I asked.
Oh, yes. There aren't that many users of advanced magic around, after all.
They said that maybe only 1 in 20 people could learn to fight, and to find a magician among them had the same 20 to 1 odds. So 400 to 1 odds of finding a capable magician then. Magicians themselves weren't particularly rare, though.
Only 1 in 100 mages or magicians are able to properly learn the art and graduate from magic school, becoming advanced tier magicians.
Roxy said. That meant that advanced tier magicians were a 1 in 40,000 deal. If we included beginner and intermediate spells in the mix, the number of things combined magic could do increased dramatically, which in turn made it so popular. To be a magic tutor around these parts, one needed to be at advanced tier or higher. Steep requirements, but they yielded powerful results.
So there are magic schools?
I asked.
Yes, there are magic schools all over the place in the major kingdoms.
I'd assume as much, but still, magic school? Huh. Should I give that a try? Move on to my schoolboy arc?
Though the largest
Roxy continued.
is the Renoa University of Magic.
Whoa, they even had universities for that sort of thing?
Is this university different from the other magic schools?
I asked.
They have excellent facilities and a faculty to match. You'd have access to more modern and advanced courses there than any other school, I would imagine.
Did you go to the University of Magic too, Miss Roxy?
I did. Magic schools have very strict rules and regulations, so that the University of Magic was the only school I could get into.
It sounded like these other renowned magic schools would allow a child of noble birth like myself to attend, but could deny entry on the basis of someone not being human. Discrimination against demons was lessening in modern days, but strong prejudices still lingered.
Racist
The
bastards.
Renoa University of what was it?
I said racist bastards.
Just,
Wouldn't it be more
Yeah.
speciest at that point?
Well, I guess it depends.
I mean,
In this stories, it wouldn't be speciest, right?
The problem
yeah,
is
because they're all bipolar, right? Or not
bipedal.
bipolar. Bipedal, thank you.
Bipedal.
Everyone in
Well.
the world is bipolar. Wow.
Oh shit.
What an interesting.
Yeah, the standards are very high.
No wonder
That'd be
there's
an
so many
interesting world to
wars.
live in.
If everybody's bipolar.
God, that would
Yeah.
explain humans so well.
Yeah, if we're
Well.
all bipolar. Yeah.
Mm.
All right, continuing
Rudy, you
on.
come from a world where no one is a monster or something? That's weird. You're weird.
Well, we're
the,
weird.
the definition of demon is broad, very broad.
Yeah,
So
because in Freerun, they're like more like animals, at least in that series.
but
I
in
At
guess
least
this
what
I'm
one,
they
coming in.
call
I'll
it,
be
but-
right back.
So
but in
this one,
this
they're
one-
more like people, right, or more humans.
yeah, it's well, anything that's slightly different than human
They can walk and
is
talk like a
considered a
person.
demon. At some,
Ah,
yeah.
okay, I see. Okay,
Except for like elves, dwarves, and then there's the beast people.
okay, because
Technically,
they always define it
Beast
differently.
people- Beast people are
Right.
technically, sometimes they're called demons. It just depends. Like I said, demon is broad and vague and weird. And
Yeah,
we haven't even gotten into the crazy stuff like demon kings, and there's no demon lords. It's just demon kings.
Mao.
And the demon god.
hmm
All right. Did y'all pay attention when I said "Welcome to the Six-Sided World"? At
Yes.
the beginning.
Yes.
That's because originally this world was like these were all very different worlds that all got crammed together into one.
okay.
And so there are 6 different species in this world.
Oh, okay.
We'll go into that a little bit later, but like
You just gotta keep that in mind.
there's the divine continent where like the angelic type beings live. There's the demon continent where the demons live. The Millis continent has the homes of the beastmen, elves, dwarves, and it's the home of it's the center of the Millis faith. So that's also human there. The central continent where Rudy and his family are right now is primarily all human, and then Begarit is just a desert.
Oh.
And then there's the ocean, the giant ocean where all the sea people live.
The sea people.
Yeah, there's at least 7 different languages in this frickin' series. There's the fighting god language. There is, I guess you would consider it the human language. Then there is the demon god, beast god. I don't know about necessarily what elves and dwarves. I think they just speak the human language. I don't know if they have another one. But there's the sea language, there's the divine language, and I know I'm forgetting what... Oh, dragon language. Dragon god tongue. Yeah. So it's pretty complicated and in-depth how much this series goes into things. And that's why I like the light novels, because they tend to go more in-depth than...
You
like
think
a
when a
manga
dragon
or the
steps
comic.
out of line, they just say, "Watch your dragon tongue"?
Huh.
Okay.
Eh.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're gonna meet... Technically, you've already seen the dragon god. Since you've watched that far into season 1, because you made it past the teleportation incident. If you got to the episode with the teleportation incident, you've seen the dragon god,
Yeah.
but you haven't met him yet. And when you do,
Yes.
holy shit. By the way, all the things that you see out there that look like dragons, that you think are dragons, they're not dragons. They're just wyverns or wyverns or however you want to pronounce it.
Wyvern, yeah.
Yeah, they're not really dragons.
They're imitation dragons.
Imitation dragon. Just 1 calorie, not even enough.
Imitation
Diet
dragon
dragons.
meat.
They're diet dragon. Exactly.
Yeah.
They're imagined dragons.
Yeah.
Ah, damn
Welcome
you. That's a
back.
good one. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, continuing on.
Good line. I'm gonna write that down.
The Renoa University of Magic doesn't lean on any strange regulations or misplaced pride. As long as you adhere to proper theory, they won't kick you out for being on the eccentric side, and they accept students of all different races. The different races even carry out individual research on their own particular kind of spellcraft. If you're interested in taking your magical education further, Rudy, I can highly recommend the University of Magic.
Way to talk up her own alma mater. I was getting ahead of myself anyway. If I enrolled in university at age 5, I'd probably get the crap bullied out of me.
Well,
Yeah, no, I don't know. Based on his past experience,
think.
I imagine that's exactly what he thinks would happen.
yeah.
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 Okay. Let's see. I think it's a little early to make that sort of decision.
I murmured.
Oh,
Indeed.
my bad. Murmuring. I think it's a little early to make that sort of decision. There we go. More in line.
Indeed. You could also fulfill Sir Paul's hopes of you becoming a swordsman or a knight. And there are people who have attained the title of knight who have also attended the University of Magic. Don't think your choice is an exclusive one between swords or sorcery. You could always become a mage knight or something, after all.
Rudy is a knight. Lol.
Oh.
He better become a knight. That boy ain't becoming no mage in my house.
Oh my god! You know what the sad part is? You know what the sad part is? That's not too far off from what Paul was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't as mean about it, but yeah.
No, he wasn't. He
He was
wasn't.
more.
at all.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed, dude.
Huh.
Dude. All right. Yeah. So. Okay.
Well then, it sounded like Roxy felt the opposite of Paul, worried that I didn't like magic enough. Lately, my magical reserves had been increasing, and I'd come to understand much of the theory behind the arts. As a result, I was frequently restless and distracted during our classes. And besides, I'd been forced to take classes starting at age 3. She probably figured I'd grown sick of it over the last 2 years. Paul saw in me a talent for magic, Roxy saw in me a passion for the sword. With these differing ideas, they were pointing me towards the middle path.
We're talking about
That's
stuff.
pretty.
Yeah. We're talking about stuff well into the future, right?
I said.
For you, Rudy, yes.
Roxy flashed a forlorn smile.
Pretty soon, however, I'll run out of things I can teach you. Your graduation is coming up very soon, so this sort of conversation isn't too premature.
Wait, graduation? I had not left home since I'd come to this world.
Oh, chapter 6, Reasons for Respect.
After a point that became intentional on my part, I was afraid. When I stepped into the yard and looked at the world beyond, memories came flooding back to me. Memories of that day. The ache in my side, the chill of the rain, regret, despair, the pain of being hit by that truck. It was as vivid as it had been yesterday. My legs trembled. I was able to look out the window. I was able to step into our yard, but I could not bring myself to go farther. And I knew why. This serene pastoral landscape that stretched out before me could turn into hell in an instant. As peaceful as the scenery looked, it would never accept me. In my past life, while sitting around the house, frustrated and horny, I'd fantasize about Japan suddenly getting caught up in a war, and then a hot girl showing up one day needing a place to stay. I knew that if that happened, I'd rise to the challenge. Zombieland, anybody?
Well, yes and no. I'm very happy with what happened to the girl in Zombieland because it was
I
Amber
am
Heard.
too. I am very happy, and yeah.
Because it was Amber Heard, I'm so glad.
That fantasy was my escape from reality. I dreamt it so many times. In those dreams, I wasn't larger than life or anything, just a normal guy. Just a normal guy doing normal things, living a normal life for himself. But then I'd wake up from that dream. I feared that if I took one step away from my home now, I'd wake up from this dream too. I'd wake up and find myself right back in that moment of crushing despair, battered by the waves of my many regrets. No, this was no dream. It felt far too real. Maybe if you told me it was a VR MMORPG, but no. This is reality, I told myself. I knew it was. Reality, and not a dream. And yet, I still couldn't bring myself to take that one step away from home. No matter how I tried to reassure myself, no matter how much I promised myself aloud, my body would not obey. I wanted to cry. The graduation ceremony was to take place outside the village, Roxy informed me. I protested meekly.
Man.
Hmm.
Outside?
Yes, just outside the village. I've already got the horse prepared.
Fuck that shit.
Just closes the door.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not out. Fuck that shit. I'm in. I'm
Yeah,
staying
exactly.
in.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, we can't.
Or no, I think you
That
were
was
the can't
Roxy.
we do it inside the house, yeah.
Wait, what? Which
You're-
one?
I think you
Can't.
were the can't we do it inside
Oh,
the house,
sorry.
yeah.
Can
Yeah,
we
it's
do
okay.
it inside? Well, I mean, that's usually where it happens. If you want to do it, you do it inside the house. But
Unless you go
Yeah.
camping, then it's fucking intense.
yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta you just gotta deal with those intense moments.
Mm.
I will tell
Yeah,
you,
that happens.
very uncomfortable. Nothing worse than a rock in your back while you're trying to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch.
That really is fucking intense. It's uncomfortable.
Ouch.
Yeah. Like a rock in the back when you're trying to sway with the motion of the ocean. Can we do it inside the house?
No, we can't.
God damn it. Oh, I mean, man, god damn it.
That's my boy.
Man God.
Hitogami, damn it.
Oh.
I mean, water god. Damn it.
Water god, damn it. I mean, Allah, damn it.
I mean,
Jesus.
sword god. Damn it.
Oh my God.
Blue turtle, damn it.
Blue turtle,
Well.
damn it. Black turtle,
Black turtle, damn it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
There we go. We're on it. No, if we were ever going to
I think
say
he actually
anything.
says goddess,
here's the
damn
thing.
it, in
Here's
the
thing.
show, if I remember.
Here's the thing. If we were actually going to use, Tower of God, it wouldn't be Blue Turtle, damn it. It would be Rachel, damn it.
Fuck you, Rachel.
Yeah. Hey guys, Speaking of which, we're only a couple of weeks away from the return for season 2 of Tower of God. Make sure to check it out over on Crunchyroll right now. Not sponsored, just a really good show. All right, very good show. All right, and it's only 12 episodes, so pretty short, easy to catch up on.
Oh, that's nice. Good.
But if you want to watch a show that's out right now that isn't one of the isekai that we cover, might I recommend Kaiju number 8?
I want to watch that. That's on my list too.
It's so good. It's so good.
It is so good, so cheesy, so stupid. Love it.
Here's the thing. I have a problem with Kafka being so dumb, but at the same time the man gets shit done, so I don't hate him.
He has true himbo energy.
I hate him, but I just can't stay mad at him.
I can't. Oh my
He's
god.
just too funny.
He's just too funny. He's just too funny. All right, anyway.
Just too
So that having been said, I guess we'll continue. Where am I at right now? Is it
We can't,
We
huh?
can't.
Yeah.
We can't, huh?
God damn it.
Yeah, Allah damn it. Yeah.
Oh,
I was at a
I mean,
loss.
Allah, damn it.
Intellectually, I knew that someday I'd need to venture into the world beyond. My body refused to comply, though. It still remembered too much from before. It remembered my old life, getting beaten up by punks, being laughed at uproariously, experiencing tremendous heartbreak, having no choice but to become a shut-in.
why? What's the matter?
Roxy asked.
Well, it's just there might be monsters or something out there.
Oh, we certainly won't run into any of them around these parts, long as we don't get too close to the forest. Even if we do, they'll be weak enough that I can take care of them. Heck, you could probably handle them yourself.
Roxy frowned dubiously at all my hemming and hawing about not wanting to leave.
Hemming and hawing. The good old days.
Oh, yeah.
That was the one to go about. Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems funny. Hemming and hawing.
Hemming and hawing. Hee hee
Yeah.
ho ah.
Oh, ha, ha.
They're
Ah,
coming to take
that's
you away.
right. Yeah. Ah, that's right. I remember hearing that you've never left home, have you, Rudy?
No.
Is it because you're afraid of the horse?
Fuck no. Man,
Oh.
Rudy's really got a mouth on him. You know?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck,
What
Rudy?
the fuck? Watch your
Takes
fucking
it
mouth.
after his own man.
Yeah, there's no goddamn cursing in this motherfucking house.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
You tell him. You tell
You
him.
watch
son.
your goddamn mouth. There's a fucking baby in here.
Yeah.
You're swearing at a baby, Roxy.
All right,
Yeah.
Anyway. No, I'm not that scared of horses.
I actually liked horses, really. I'd played Derby Stallion and everything,
So that's all it is.
Roxy said.
I guess you do act your age sometimes.
She totally had the wrong idea, but I couldn't tell her I was afraid of leaving the house. That'd be even more humiliating than saying I was afraid of horses. And I still had my sense of pride. My minuscule, out of touch with reality, sense of pride. Really, all I wanted was to not have to have a little girl like her make fun of me. I
Have
still
my
didn't
pride.
Guess I don't have any other choice then.
Roxy said.
Hup.
With that, she picked me up and slung me right over her shoulder.
Blah!
I balked.
Once you get on the horse, your fears will all go away. I promise.
I didn't struggle. Part of me was conflicted about what was happening, but another part of me felt like I should just accept being bodily whisked away. Roxy hoisted me on top of the horse and clambered up behind me. She took the reins, tugged at them, and the horse cantered off, leaving the house behind. This was the first time I'd gone farther than my own yard. Roxy slowly guided us through the village. From time to time, villagers would shoot sharp, unabashed stares in my direction. Oh, please no, I thought. Those looks were as scary as ever, especially that glint of sneering superiority I knew all too well. Surely they wouldn't come up and address me with a snide, condescending tone, right? They didn't even know me. How could they? The only people who knew me in this entire world were the ones in that tiny little house. So why were they looking at me? Quit staring at me, I grumbled inwardly. Get back to work. But no, it wasn't me they were staring at. It was Roxy.
It's not all
And
about you and your tiny little body.
And some of the townsfolk I noticed were bowing to her. And then it hit me. Roxy had made a name for herself in the village, even with the sizable prejudice against demons in this kingdom. And we were out in the countryside, so those attitudes were even more pronounced. In the span of 2 years, Roxy had become someone that people here were willing to bow to. With that realization, I sensed the trustworthy presence Roxy had become. She knew the way and clearly knew the people we were passing by. If anyone did try to say something to me, I was sure she'd step in. Man, how did the fucking hell, Fenris? It's okay, you can read.
Yeah,
Are
you
you
can.
having an aneurysm?
People are driving
yeah.
in and out my driveway, and I keep getting distracted by moving vehicles. Squirrel.
I understand attention deficit, ooh shiny. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
how did the girl who spied on my
ADHLS.
parents?
God damn it.
It's okay, I only have
Attention
CDO.
deficit. Hey, look, shiny. Son of a bitch! It's quiet, so I speak, but then the damn lag.
Man, how did the girl who spied on my parents' bedroom antics manage to become someone of such high esteem? The tension ebbed from my body at that thought.
Caravaggio's in a good mood.
Roxy said.
He seems happy to have you riding him, Rudy.
Caravaggio was the horse's name.
Hmm.
Damn it, Richie.
Well, a horse.
A horse is a
Pretty
horse,
happy
of
too,
course,
I
of
think.
course. Look,
I had
I'm in
no
here
idea.
with all of you. You make me worse, okay?
Well, Boo,
I
never
learned
seen
it
a
from
horse
watching
with two
you,
rear
is
ends
basically what
before.
you're saying.
Ever seen a
You don't
horse
have
with
to. You don't have to
two-
beat around the bush.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Is it
Wow,
Caravaggio or Gio or Gio? I think it's Gio, right? I guess.
Caravaggio? I think it's Caravaggio.
Okay, cool. It's Caravaggio. Okay, not Caravaggio.
You fools! You thought it was a regular horse, but it is me!
It was me,
Gio!
Caravaggio. Yeah.
Caravaggio!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Good.
No.
rips off the mask.
Yeah.
Then Rudy's on the bumpy trail.
Yep.
You got hold on. I need you. There's a visual
I've seen
required
enough
for
anime
this.
to know where this is going.
A visual.
There is a visual.
Roxy.
Just imagine him bouncing up and down uncomfortably on the horse. It's ora. I kept saying oro, which is Kenshin. Sorry.
Yeah.
Different meaning. All right. Sorry. Continue.
I had no idea how to read a horse's mood, though.
Okay.
I said vaguely, resting against Roxy, her modest chest pressing against the back of my head. It felt nice.
Keep it in your pants, Rudy.
He doesn't even have the ability yet.
Dude, you're like 6 or 5.
Not my pillow.
No,
But,
he just
it'll
turned 5. He just turned 5. She doesn't have an
Relax,
ample
buddy
bosom.
boy.
She
Yeah.
does not have an ample
My
bosom.
own nephew is pretty much that age next month, and he doesn't talk like that.
I mean,
Well,
he-
your
he-
own
I
nephew
hope
is
he
an
doesn't.
isekai 30-year-old.
Yeah.
That is true.
Just what had I been so afraid of?
He's on his first go around.
God damn it.
Why would anyone in this quiet village want to mock me for anything? Roxy's voice broke me out of my headspace.
Are you still afraid?
I shook my head. The looks from the villagers no longer frightened me at all.
No, I'm okay.
See what I tell you.
This is such horse shit. I'm not afraid of the goddamn pony.
Now that
I'm so sorry.
Foul mouth on this child. Christ.
He's like,
Rudy
what,
is not
40 at
afraid
this
of My
point?
Little Pony.
you know the worst part about
Friends
this?
with terror.
I have a
huh?
2-year-old nephew that lives with me, And Richie's has a cleaner mouth than him right now.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that's sad on a whole different level,
That's
but
concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that I'd
Oh,
found some
yeah.
composure, I could fully take in. God damn it!
Sorry.
Yeah.
Janet.
I'm so
I
sorry.
could fully take in of my surroundings. Fields spread out as far as I could see, with houses dotted here and there. It definitely had the feel of a farming village.
Mm.
Much farther in the distance were quite a few more houses. If they'd been more closely packed together, I'd think it was a town. All it needed was a windmill for it to look like Switzerland or something. Actually, didn't they have watermills too? No, Rick. No.
No, Rick.
What did Rick say? That poor pony. Hey, that's my little pony, okay?
Friendship really is magic.
Calm down, Spike.
I mean,
Friendship with benefits is magic. I'm just saying, man.
Jesus Christ.
it really is.
Well,
though.
I mean, yeah, Jesus Christ, indeed. He did have Mary
Can't
Magdalene on
relate.
his team. She was a whore. You think that
Mm-hmm.
people actually sit there and think that Christ was a virgin? Ha.
Says who?
Yeah. Here's my other thing. Why do you assume that? Why do you assume that? I was like, well, he was the son of God. I was like, he was also the son of man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, he died for everybody's sins,
Son of
including his
man.
own.
The sin. All right. So the dying on the sins thing, that's God. I'm a 30-year-old who hadn't got laid. That's fucking hilarious. Okay.
Lift
Like,
your spirit, set it free.
Here's the thing. If
Thank
you
you.
can believe that Jesus Christ was the Son of God and was half God, then you can also believe that the other half is human, which means he's at least half a fuck up.
And I had to ask,
Mhm.
judging by the rest of the other pantheon gods,
Uh-huh.
they're all horny as fuck.
Yeah, he's the one who wasn't,
Aren't you
even though
glad
he
he was
married a
Jewish?
prostitute.
Aren't you glad he was Jewish and not a freaking Greek?
Well,
Wait,
Someday you'll walk tall with
Mary
pride.
Magdalene wasn't his wife.
you
was she?
understand. Son of man.
I thought she was just in. She was just part of the entourage or whatever. Was she actually his wife, Mary Magdalene?
Last I read, he didn't get married.
Okay.
Bless you.
Well, I mean,
Thanks.
getting married and getting laid are two different things. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Anyhow.
Mm.
Now that I'd relaxed, I noticed how quiet things were. Things were never this quiet when Roxy and I were together, but then we'd never really been alone like this together either. The silence wasn't bad, really. It was just a tad awkward. So I decided to break it.
Miss Roxy, what do they harvest from these fields?
It's mostly a surin wheat, which is used to make bread. Probably some vatirus flowers and some vegetables as well. In the capital, vatirus flowers are processed into perfume. The rest is the sort of stuff you're used to seeing on your table at meals.
Oh yeah, I see some peppers. You can't eat those, can you, Miss Roxy?
It's not that I can't eat them, I'm just not terribly fond of them.
I continued asking questions like that. Today, Roxy said would be my final exam, which would mean the end of her role as my tutor. And knowing how impatient Roxy could be, she might leave my home as early as tomorrow. If that was the case, today was our last chance to spend time together. I figured I should talk to her while I still could. Sadly, I couldn't find the right topic of conversation, so I ended up just asking more questions about my village. According to Roxy, we lived in Buena Village, which was located in the Fatoa region, in the northeastern part of the Asura Kingdom. At present, there were over 30 households here working the farmland. My father, Paul, was a knight who had been deployed to the village. His job was to watch over the townsfolk to ensure they were carrying out their work properly, educate any disputes, and protect the village from monster attacks. In short, he was basically a publicly sanctioned bodyguard. That being said, the young men in the village also took turns guarding it, so Paul spent most of his afternoons at home after he made his morning rounds. Ours was a pretty peaceful village, leaving him with little work to do. As Roxy filled me in on these details, the water fields grew scant. I
Wheat
stopped
fields.
asking. The what?
The wheat fields. Sorry.
Did I
The
say
weed
copper
fields?
again?
I think you said
said
water
water
fields.
You
fields.
thought I
Yeah.
heard weed fields too? I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, I was like, bro, the weed fields?
Listen,
What?
listen. They just passed legislation up here where it's legal for me to grow.
Cool.
Yo.
So I have been.
Everybody, let's go to Fenris's house.
By the way, I'm allergic.
You can
You-
watch.
you- You can get the
I
the
You know,
heard
routine
you'll be
read.
the one to like
it's
make
okay,
sure we don't
Moon.
do anything stupid.
It's okay, Moon. I heard you like to watch.
Can
I
I-
mean,
well, I can get you some diet weed. Just pulls out like a bag of salad.
Diet weed. Some
Diet weed?
imitation
Bag
weed.
of
Yeah.
salad. Oh, I love
No,
it.
just-
no,
it's fine. Just slice
just
it up.
it's just a bunch of cilantro.
I just chop
See,
some up,
no,
put it on
that's
the
hell,
paper.
because I have the genes that make cilantro taste like soap. I can't
Oh.
do that.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
cilantro
I'll just-
tastes disgusting to me.
I hate
oh
cilantro.
my god.
It's okay. I'll just bring him catnip.
There you go. Yeah, you go. Animal weed.
That
Yeah,
is
there you go.
not my
Animal weed. Yeah.
Pussy weed.
Yeah. Very good.
weed.
Yeah.
It's catnip. It's pussy weed.
Perfect.
The
Puss
wheat
in
fields
Boots.
grew scant. I stopped asking her questions, and the silence resumed for a while. The rest of our journey would take roughly another hour. Soon, the fields of wheat were completely gone, leaving us to travel through empty grassland. We continued our way across the plains, bound for the flat horizon. Now, I could faintly see mountains in the distance. If nothing else, this was something you couldn't see in Japan. It reminded me of a picture of the Mongolian steppes in a geography textbook or something.
Right here should do nicely.
Roxy said, bringing the horse to a stop next to a solitary tree. She dismounted and tied the reins to the tree. Then she picked me up and helped me down, putting us face to face.
I'm going to cast the Water Saint Tier attack spell Cumulonimbus.
She said,
It creates thunder and causes torrential rain to come down on a large area.
All right.
Please follow what I do and attempt to cast the spell yourself.
I was going to be using Water Saint Tier magic. Now I got it. This was my final examination. Roxy was going to use the most powerful spell she had in her repertoire, and if I was able to use it as well, that would mean she taught me all she could.
Repertoire, yeah.
I love that. I love that. What a trap.
What a try. Repertoire, yeah.
It's well, it technically works. It technically works because he's learning water
Water bending,
Saint Tier
kinda.
water magic. So
Yeah.
what a trap. Yeah.
What a try.
God damn it.
For
Water bending
demonstration.
is Traditional magic.
Socket is
No.
the sass. That's all.
The
Socket is
sass.
the sass. The sass.
It's necessary though. You need sass.
Oh, space sword. I wonder if he ever found that. If he ever got the space sword back.
Maybe we'll get that in the new movie.
Maybe.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm be so hype if he does find that.
This really kind firebender just.
He just
no,
gave it to
over,
you.
it was over the Earth
Boomerang.
Kingdom. It was over the Earth Kingdom. So
Oh
no,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
the Fire Kingdom.
what? No,
No, no,
they-
it was the Earth Kingdom. Oh shit,
it
no.
was the Earth Kingdom.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I remember the show wrong. Oh,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's all right.
yeah.
Uh,
Been a while. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
I need to rewatch it.
It has been a while, yeah. They
Yeah.
haven't come out with anything for.
There's
about,
other
what,
stuff we
10
gotta
Not
get
yet.
you caught up on first.
yeah.
Shh.
Yeah.
Let me have this.
No.
Well,
Why you gotta be
Uh,
so mean?
Well, you know what? When you get over here, we'll watch the live action Avatar if you haven't finished the whole thing.
no.
I definitely haven't, so I would actually enjoy that.
No, here's
have
the
Netflix
thing.
anymore.
No. Not the Avatar movie, the Netflix show.
Oh, okay.
The
That's
Netflix
that's
show,
what I mean.
I'm sure.
the Netflix show was actually good. No, I was telling Shim because he was like, no. And I was like,
Okay.
no.
Yeah.
Had to clarify. We're not talking about
Okay.
the,
I was gonna say. I
we're
was
not
like the
talking
movie
about the
was
stink of Shyamalan here.
abysmal.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
I've seen the
waste
Shyamalama
of
Ding Dong
time.
version. It's,
Wait,
Yeah.
what does Shyamalan have to do with giant blue people?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
That's
second
quite
movie
a
is called The
twist.
Way of Water, which is
Well,
like, that's
bro,
a little on the nose.
Uh-oh, that means book 3 is going to be
Didn't
the
you
way
see
of
the
Earth.
twist?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, by
The
the way,
secret tunnel.
Shyamalan is a very musical individual. Do you know what his favorite song is?
Huh.
Twist and Shout.
Oh, I get it.
All right, sorry. Let's
He
continue.
just lets it all out, you know.
No,
You
yeah,
gotta, man. Sometimes you just
Oh.
gotta. Fucking
Well,
Ong.
shake it on baby now.
yeah.
My name is Ong. No,
Ong.
no, it is not.
I have to say this.
Christ.
I hate it.
Compared to last week where we just literally focused on the book the entire time,
I'm sorry.
like 60% of this entire stream has just been us goofing about.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
what
I
they've
mean,
come
that's
to
kinda how it
expect.
goes.
It's par for the course.
It's what they've come
Like-
to expect from us. Let's be honest. All right.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
par for the
We've
course.
only gone
sorry.
through about 30 pages so far.
I'm sorry.
We're
Yeah.
like into the
That's
second
all-
chapter so far, so
Yeah.
You've got around an hour and a half to go. So
Yeah, you're still fine. You're still
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
For
Maybe, I mean,
demonstration.
I'm-
oh,
Oh, the call I got was my brother-in-law coming back needing my help to unload the trailer once he gets back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, to help with the weed fields. Gotcha.
the weed fields, yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean,
Hey, make that
it is
money.
8 plants per grower.
Oh,
Dope.
they're all growers and not showers. Okay.
Yes.
oh weed.
Yes.
There it
That's
is.
exactly what
Thank
it
you.
is.
I
You
was
can't, you
hoping.
can't explain. You can't explain that to the government. They come back. Why is this whole field made of weed? What are you talking about? You're only allowed to grow so much. These aren't growers. They're showers.
Yeah,
These are just for show, I promise.
yeah. I just think
I
they
mean,
look
that-
pretty.
That's the beauty of having 11 people in the house.
Hmm?
They're all made. Even the child. Even the infant. Yeah, man, it's crazy. how-
2-year-old?
Like
Oh my god.
you got to understand
just
how
the
much
men,
he loves to
but
play
But
in
the
the
women
dirt.
and children too.
Wham.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Why won't somebody please think of the children's need?
For
Oh,
weed.
Look, he gets his
a weed
cut.
for weed.
He gets his cut.
Yeah.
He gets a quarter an hour.
Oh,
He only works an hour a day.
well.
Working on that college
an hour.
scholarship.
The narcs away.
Narc.
Narc University.
Oh,
All right. Perfect University.
I completely lost track of where we
Oh,
are.
it's,
For
it's her talking.
demonstration
Yeah, sorry. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to dismiss the spell after a minute. If you can keep the rain falling for at least 1 hour, let's say, I'll consider that a pass.
Did we come out here where there aren't any people because this involves secret teachings?
I asked.
No, we came here because the spell might hurt people or cause damage to the crops.
Wow, rain so powerful it could damage crops? This sounded incredible.
Now then.
Roxy raised both her hands skyward.
O spirits of the magnificent waters, I beseech the Prince of Thunder, grant my wish, bless me with thy savagery, and reveal to this insignificant servant a glimpse of thy power. Let fear strike the heart of man as thy divine hammer strikes its anvil, and cover the land with water. Come, O rain, and wash everything away in thy flood of destruction. Cumulonimbus.
Sail!
I had to raise my arms while I was saying all that.
Otter.
You don't see that?
Hey, you gotta get into it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get into it.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes the spell just takes over you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My entire room just burst into water. It's like, fuck, fuck!
Fuck! Not over my computer!
Yeah, that would suck.
Save the electronics.
Ah! Yeah.
And that's why you build a PC made in and submerged entirely in mineral oil.
Women and electronics first.
Always keep your electronics well lubed.
What about the children? Fuck the children.
No.
No, you
Children-
pervert! Not that way.
Children, this PC is my child.
This PC is my
Oh.
life.
Yeah.
I have put so much work into this PC. I'm sending it to college.
I mean, that's not wrong. My
Well.
PC is
What is-
literally what I use for college.
What is your
Well.
PC gonna do at college? She's gonna take computer sciences class. God damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
I know.
she chanted steadily, slowly, and purposefully. It took her just over a minute to complete her incantation. A moment later, our surroundings grew dark. For several seconds, there was nothing. Then a pelting rain began to fall. A terrific wind roared, accompanied by black clouds that flickered with lightning. Amidst the pouring sheets of rain, the sky began to rumble, and purple light shot through the clouds. With each new flash, the lightning increased in power. It was almost as if the light itself was taking on a palpable weight, growing with a swell and ready to come right down.
You gotta realize how hard it was to not just break into purple rain.
Yes.
Purple
Yes.
rain, purple rain.
Stop!
Do you imagine that the weather report for that morning was just like, all sunny, clear skies all day, and then they have to come in like, well, apparently someone decided to cast cumulonimbus
Bold of
because
you,
here I am.
bold of you
Thanks.
to assume that they're technologically advanced enough to do weather
I
reports.
know there's
To do
not,
newscasts.
but it's still funny to
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today,
they're
old
doing the
man.
It's more
live
like
weather
they got the
report, and
weather
then, like,
rock
this-
out there.
Today,
Yeah.
old man Smithers woke up early and took a shit in the outhouse. It's gonna be a sunny day.
No, it's
Immediately
the
when he
weather
says that-
rock.
Oh no!
Is the
Wait,
rock
hold
cold?
on.
Cold
Jack
Report
that.
coming in. Report coming in. His left nipple hurts a little bit, so expect a small set of showers in the late afternoon.
Mm.
A little bit,
Gums
just a
are
tiny
aching,
amount.
Annie. There's gonna be a
Cool.
storm.
God damn it! Why are you quoting Star Wars the prequels so much right now, man?
Stairwares.
I don't know,
Stairs.
honestly.
All right. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm
It's a
just
su-
like,
it's a sp-
why though?
Like,
It's a surprise to be
I-
sure, but a
I
welcome
wish I
one.
had that. Thank
God
you. Oh.
No, you have lost.
That's the
To
sound
all
of
of
me
our
getting hit by lightning.
viewers, this is the stream you are looking for.
I mean, it is kind
The
of.
content you're really
All right.
It
here
is
for, let's
kind
be
of
real.
relevant.
Let's
Lightning is here
continue.
anyway.
Let's continue with the book.
The lightning
Okay.
struck the tree next to us. My eardrums rang and my vision went painfully white. Roxy let out a yelp of alarm at the near miss. A mere moment later, the clouds scattered, the rain and thunder promptly letting up.
Oh. Oh no.
Roxy muttered as she rushed over to the tree, her face pale. When my vision returned, I saw that the horse had collapsed, smoke rising from its body.
My Little Pony.
Well.
I've been holding that. I knew that was coming.
Roxy set her hands on the horse's body and quickly began to chant.
Oh, goddess of motherly affection, close up this one's wounds and restore the vigor to his body. X healing.
X's don't heal you.
X
They cause
Mang.
more hurt.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, yeah, look
Roxy's-
at Luffy.
Yeah.
That's why Roxy. That's why Wolverine had claws, because X's don't heal.
Ooh.
Uh,
All right.
Roxy's chant had been flustered, but before long the horse came to. It couldn't have been that close to death then. An intermediate tier healing spell like that couldn't restore the dead to life. The horse looked alarmed, and sweat had beaded on Roxy's forehead.
Phew. That was a close one.
Please don't kill my parents' horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it was a close call, all right? That was my family's only horse. Paul dutifully tended to it every day and would occasionally take it out on long rides, a bright smile on his face. It didn't have a particularly impressive pedigree or anything, but Paul and that horse had been through a lot over the years. It wasn't a stretch to say that after Zenith, Paul loved that horse more than anything. That's how important it was.
How much PTSD do you think this horse has around thunderstorms now?
All of it.
Oh yeah,
Every
oh,
last
what about
bit.
it?
and it's already like a bundle of nerves, as all horses are. So
It's like, I thought we came to this quiet place to retire. I thought I was done with this.
Man, fuck! I thought we were friends.
This is my first time taking the boy out, and this is what I'm gonna remember
The
it
boy.
by.
Well, I finally
Yeah.
got to ride with his son, and this is what happens.
Friendship
That
is
boy is
lightning.
cursed.
Every
Roxy
time
just-
I think of this, my first ride with my master's son, this is what I'm gonna be thinking of. Thanks,
Friendship
Roxy.
is lightning.
pain.
Roxy the entire time is like, I knew I should have sold that
Existence is
amulet of
pain
talking
to
to
a
animals.
horsey.
Roxy's like, oh, thank God, we don't have to turn him into glue.
No, it's just more like, God damn it! I knew I should have sold that amulet of talking to animals.
You think they have glue in this world? Are
Not
they
yet.
technologically advanced? Well, they were
Not
about
yet.
to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably
You
not
get
yet.
back up
Yeah.
and eat that horse.
Now plant your
No.
feet, grit your teeth, and eat that horse.
Huh.
Eat the whore.
Good.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think I cut off when it said the SE at the end, so it just
Oh,
probably
did it?
sounded
No. No, you heard what I said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eat
All
the
right.
whole. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And Paul would probably
Of
say
course.
that instead.
Yeah.
Well, a horse is a
Yeah.
horse, of course.
Oh.
Of course, having spent the last 2 years living with us, Roxy was well aware of that too. I'd seen her more than once looking entranced as she spied on Paul and the horse, only then to shrink away.
Could we please keep this a secret?
Roxy said, tears in her eyes. She was a klutz. Near misses and scrapes like this were a common occurrence with her. Still, she gave things her all. I knew she stayed up late every night to plan lessons for me, and I knew that she tried her hardest to put on an air of dignity so people wouldn't write her off for her age. Fuck, why is it so hard to read that shit?
Yeah, I'd love to write her off.
Ah, boy.
To be fair, I'm certain it's not the lesson plans that she's staying up late every night for.
You learned it here. Ladies and gentlemen. Moon is into lollies.
I don't. Hopefully not. Horse.
Because she looks like a kid.
Ner. Guys.
I feel like we should read the
Caravaggio.
next line then.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Which one
oh,
are we at?
oh.
I like that about her.
I like that about her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
God damn it, Moon. Stop predicting the future lines.
can see the future.
No, you can't.
I can sort of see the future.
I can see through time.
So speaking of
Well,
sinners,
maybe.
Moon, are you gonna cosplay as Jesus at a Kai-Con?
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm already growing my hair out for it.
That's awesome.
You know what the sad part is? We're going to end Anime Church with "And Jesus Wept." And then I'm going to kick you in the shin.
It's like, start crying.
Jesus
Start-
wept. How far though?
How
I didn't
far?
know he's that good at jumping.
All the way.
Is he Mario?
Yeah, he wept.
Oh,
He wept
who are
a
you?
really
I'm Thor.
long
You're
distance.
Thor? Well, it hurts.
You wahooed.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite bit, and it's really funny because it was Homer. It was the guy that voices Homer Simpson that did it. He was the genie for the
Dan
second movie.
Castanella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'm Thor. You're Thor. Well, it hurts."
Yeah. I mean, granted, he's no Robin Williams, but he certainly did his best.
Oh yeah.
I liked him. Yeah.
If anybody
yeah.
was gonna try to emulate Robin Williams, it might as well be Homer fucking Simpson.
Yeah. That's fair.
So there is one thing I do plan on picking up for the cosplay as well that I'm doing, Richie.
Yeah. Yeah.
No guns.
No, it's okay.
No caps.
No caps. Pixie sticks. Lots of pixie sticks.
Oh no. Look in the side chat.
Oh no. Oh no.
no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
Why?
oh, that's amazing.
Why?
Yes.
Yes.
Chocolate ammo? That's fucking... Bro, that's gonna
pretty
melt.
cool.
That's gonna melt
It
so
goes with a
bad.
tent
Just-
that I can carry around.
Oh, God.
Dude, just get like a what was it, like a Ziploc bag full of ice or something like that. Keep it cool,
Do you
or like
think
a
they'd have a
cooler.
grenade, and when it explodes, instead of shrapnel, it's just M&Ms?
Just
I mean,
tons and
stand in
tons
front
of
of
like, the
No,
mini
no, no, no,
ones.
no,
You
no.
have like three
Skittles.
people sitting laying
Taste the
in-
rainbow.
No, no, no.
Explode the rainbow.
Oh, you know, I
No,
know. I
no,
know.
hold on. You have
I
like
do one-
3 or
I do
4
you one
people
better.
laying in front of a claymore with their mouths open. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
No, instead of a
Yeah.
bouncing
I was just
Betty, it's a
thinking that.
Hershey's Kisses.
No,
Because they do sell airsoft
Whoa,
claymores that
blackface.
are reusable that you can load with what you want.
I want a claymore full of Reese's Pieces.
Yes.
Recent.
Reese's
Yeah.
Pieces would be. You know what? That's better actually.
Ooh.
The
I mean,
the,
like
the
Reese's
chocolate
Pieces.
egg is the grenade that you throw.
Everybody here knows that Reese's is amazing because it's alien food.
Yeah.
Yes.
More than one species enjoys Reese's Pieces. That's all I'm saying.
You got
Yeah.
peanut butter on my chocolate.
You
Got
got
chocolate
chocolate
on
in
my
my
peanut
peanut
butter.
butter.
Reese's
Monster
Puffs,
Reese's?
Reese's Puffs. Eat 'em up, beat 'em
Eat 'em
up,
up,
beat
eat 'em up,
beat
eat 'em
'em
up,
Beat
eat
'em
'em
up,
up.
beat 'em up, beat 'em up, beat 'em.
So
I
this
am
would be-
in misery.
Yeah. There we go. All right, cool.
Some CPR.
Song we can't say for TOS
Yeah.
reasons.
Give it a... Oh, yeah.
No, stop.
I don't actually know the lyrics, so I can't
TOS
actually contribute.
TOS friendly.
I do.
This stream
Yeah.
is TOS friendly. Okay.
Shh. Yeah.
We are.
I just heard something like CPR, and then Richie
We're-
just started freaking out.
We're family friendly, chat.
Don't worry
We're
about
family friendly.
The fuck we
it.
are.
Listen, if you know, you know.
I mean, I know the
Don't worry
song,
about
I'm
it.
just
It's
making
simple as
sure.
that.
All right. Continuing on. I don't
I like
even know
that
where the
about her.
fuck we are.
If it weren't for our age difference, I'd want to marry her.
Ah.
I want
Oh.
you to read this shit.
Wow.
Damn it! Oh.
Oh.
I mean, she's a good 100 years older than me, too, so.
She's 50.
You don't need to worry.
A good
I said.
tell my father.
couple dozen of years.
Her lip quivered.
Please don't.
I mean, I would have liked to be within at least a decade of her, age-wise. Despite being on the edge of tears, Roxy quickly shook her head, slapped her own cheeks, and regained her composure.
All right, Rudy.
Okay.
Go ahead and give it a try. I'll be sure to keep Caravaggio safe.
The horse still looked frightened, ready to
No
bolt
shit.
at any moment. But Roxy stepped in front of him,
gonna do it again?
blocking his path with her tiny body.
Not more.
She certainly couldn't physically overpower a horse, but bit by bit, the nervous creature grew more docile. Roxy held her position and muttered an incantation under her breath. Both of them were engulfed by a wall of earth, which proceeded to grow into an earthen dome, not unlike an igloo. This was the advanced tier's earth spell, Earth Fortress. That ought to suffice to keep them safe from the thunderstorm. All right, it was my time to do this. It was going to be so amazing that it blew Roxy's mind. How did that incantation go again? Ah, yes.
Fuck. Mount
You gotta raise your hands for this too.
Yeah, I do. Oh, spirits of the magnificent waters, I beseech the Prince of Thunder, grant me my wish, bless me with thy savagery, and reveal to this insignificant servant a glimpse of thy power. Let fear strike the heart of man as thy divine hammer strikes its anvil, giggity, and cover the land with water. Come, O rain, and wash everything away in thy flood of destruction. Cumulonimbus, and happy birthday!
I got the words out in a
Not
single breath, and the
until next
clouds
week.
began to billow and swell.
Oh.
Now I understood the
That's bullshit. I definitely had to take a couple breaths.
Now I understood the nature of the cumulonimbus spell. In addition to conjuring clouds overhead, you simultaneously had to handle a complex series of motions to turn them into thunderclouds, or something to that effect. If you had to continually funnel magic into that spell, or the clouds would stop moving and dissipate. Leaving the magic aside, it was going to suck having to stand here with both hands raised for over an hour. Wait, no. Hold on. Magicians were creative. They wouldn't need to hold a pose like this for an hour to pull things off. I had to remember. This was a test. I wasn't supposed to stand still for an hour after creating the clouds. I needed to use some form of combined magic to keep the spell maintained. This was the moment of truth. I needed to call upon all I learned. Okay, who's the real Saint of Snackos here?
I'm not having a snack. I'm actually having dinner.
Schnack.
Yeah, difference. Okay, I think I remember seeing this on TV once. So when clouds are still in the process of forming,
Some of the clouds Roxy had created earlier still lingered. If I remembered right, I could conjure a horizontal whirlwind of air and warm the air beneath it to create an updraft. And then, if I cooled the air above the updraft, it would pick up speed, and in doing all that, I wound up burning through half my magical reserves. I'd done what I could, though. Now I just had to see if it would last an hour. Satisfied, I headed back to the dome Roxy had created, rain pouring down on me as thunder rumbled in the skies above. Roxy sat against one side of the dome, the horse's reins clutched in her hands. Upon seeing me, she gave a little nod.
This dome will disappear in about an hour,
She said,
so we'll be fine, assuming it doesn't go away before then.
okay,
Don't worry, Caravaggio will be fine.
okay.
Well, if everything's okay, then get back out there. You need to control those thunderclouds for an hour, remember?
Huh?
God damn it.
Yeah.
Control them?
Well, yes. What's so strange about that?
Roxy asked.
Just. I need to control them.
Of course. This is a water saint to your magic spell, and if you don't keep your spell fueled with magic, your clouds are going to dissipate.
But. I already took steps to make sure they wouldn't.
I said.
Huh? Oh!
Roxy began rushing out of the dome as she suddenly realized something. At this, the dome began to crumble.
Oh, this is Roxy's thoughts, right?
Oh, this is Rudy's thoughts.
Is
Oh,
this
Rudy's thoughts,
is this
okay.
Rudy speaking, or is this just inner thoughts? Like,
I
how are
think
we doing
this
This
is
looks
his
like
thoughts.
all inner thoughts because it's all italicized.
Yeah.
So is this you or me saying it? That's the question.
Oh.
I'll let you take another couple bites. Hey now, remember to control your magic or you'll bury the horse alive.
Whoops.
Roxy hurriedly regained control of her spell and stepped outside. She looked into the sky, astonished.
I see. You created a diagonal whirlwind in order to push the clouds up.
The cumulonimbus clouds I'd created were still growing, seemingly without limits. Not bad if I said so myself. A long time ago, I'd caught some TV special that went into the science behind supercell formation. I didn't remember the exact details, but I'd retained a vague visual impression of the process. Going off that, I'd managed to create something similar enough,
Rudy,
Roxy said.
you pass.
Huh? But it hasn't been an hour yet.
There's no need. If you can do that, you're more than competent enough.
She replied.
Now then, can you make it go away?
Sure. It'll take a little while, though.
I cooled the ground over a wide area, then warmed the air above in order to create a downward current, ultimately releasing some wind magic to scatter the clouds. Once I was done, Roxy and I stood there, the two of us drenched to the bone.
Congratulations.
Roxy said.
You are now a water saint.
She looked stunning, her hand brushing aside her wet bangs, an all too rare grin on her face. And I've got to head out now. Everybody just came back, and I got to go on load ship.
Okay.
Yay.
Shem, you take over.
Okay. I hadn't achieved anything in my past life, but I'd done something now. As soon as I realized that, a curious sensation welled up from within me, and I knew what it was. A sense of accomplishment. For the first time since coming to this world, I felt like I'd truly taken my first step. The following day, Roxy stood in the entryway to our house in her traveling gear, the spitting image of the person who had arrived 2 years prior. My mother and father didn't look much different either. About the only thing that had changed was that I was taller. Xena?
1 second. Mouthful of
Oh,
food.
Gotcha. I couldn't tell.
It's because it was muted, so we wouldn't be doing
Mhm.
ASMR chewing.
Gotcha.
All right.
Ooh.
Roxy, you're more than
Zenith.
welcome to. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Zenith said.
You're more than welcome to stay. I still have plenty of recipes that I could teach you.
Paul followed up.
Right. Your role as a home tutor may have come to an end. We're in your debt for your help with the drought last year. I'm sure the villagers would be happy to have you stick around.
Here were my parents trying to keep Roxy from leaving. Unbeknownst to me, they'd apparently come good friends. Which made sense. Her afternoons had been a huge swath of free time, and I guess she'd spend it broadening her social circle. She wasn't just a love interest in a video game, whose circumstances only changed when the main character did something. I appreciate the offer, but I'm afraid I can't accept, Roxy replied. Teaching your son has made me realize how powerless I truly am. So I'm going to head out and travel the world for a while, to hone my magic. She had to be a little shocked that I'd reached the same rank as her, and she'd said previously that having a pupil who exceeded her skills made her uncomfortable,
I see.
said Paul.
I suppose it is what it is. I'm sorry that our son caused you to lose confidence in yourself.
Wait. Thoughts are you, right, Richie?
I guess so.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's what
still
they did.
Rudy.
Hey, you
Yeah.
didn't have to put it like that, Dad.
Oh no, Roxy said. I'm grateful to be shown how conceited I've been.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm.
I'd hardly call you conceited when you were able to use water saint to your magic.
Paul countered. Even if I couldn't, your son's ingenuity has shown me that I can be capable of even stronger magic. With a small grimace, Roxy put her hand to my head. Rudy, I wanted to do my best for you, but I didn't have what it takes to teach you.
That isn't true. You taught me all sorts of things, Miss Roxy.
I'm happy to hear that, Roxy said. Oh, and that reminds me. She reached into the folds of her robes, fumbled around, and pulled out a pendant strung with a leather cord. It was made of a metal that shone with green luster, fashioned in the shape of 3 interlocking spears. This is to commemorate your graduation. I didn't have much time to prepare it, but hopefully this will suffice.
What is it?
It's a Meagard amulet. If you happen to run into any demons who give you a hard time, show them this and mention my name, and they should ease up on you a bit. Probably.
I'll be sure to take good care of it.
Remember, it's not a guarantee. Don't be overconfident. Then at the very, very end, Roxy flashed a little smile and departed. Before I knew it, I was crying. She really had given me so much. Wisdom, experience, technique. If I'd never met her, I'd probably still be doing what I was before, fumbling my way through a textbook of magic in one hand. But more than anything, though, she took me outside. She took me outside. That was it. Such a simple thing. It was Roxy who'd done that for me, and that meant something. Roxy, who'd come to this village not even 2 years ago. Roxy, who looked like someone who'd never get along well with strangers. Roxy, a demon whom the villagers should have considered beneath their notice. Not Paul, not Zenith. Roxy was the one who took me up to the outside world, and that meant something. I say that she took me to the outside world when really all she did was take me across town. Still, the prospect of leaving home had definitely been a traumatic one for me, and she cured me of that, just by taking me through the village. That had been enough to lift my spirits. She hadn't been trying to rehabilitate me, but I'd still had a breakthrough because of her. Yesterday, after we'd gotten back home, soaking wet, I turned to look at the front gate and taken just one step beyond it, and right there was the ground. Just the ground and nothing more. My anxieties had left me. Now I was capable of walking outside on my own. She'd managed to do something for me that no one else ever had. Not even my parents or siblings from my past life. She was the one who'd done it for me. I'd been given not irresponsible words, but responsible sense of courage. That hadn't been her aim, I knew that. She'd done it for herself, and I knew that, too. But I respected her. Young as she was, I respected her. I promised myself I wouldn't look away until Roxy disappeared from view. In my hands, I clutched the wand and the pendant she'd given me. I saw all the things she taught me. Then I realized, up in my room, I still had a pair of her used panties that I'd stolen a few months ago. Sorry about that, Roxy.
Damn it.
Jesus.
All right.
Remember this moment in the anime, like, God damn
All
it!
right.
Like,
So this
oh.
Damn
next
it,
chapter,
Rudy, you ruined it!
this
Yeah.
next chapter is actually super, super long,
Mhm.
and I mean, yeah, we could get it done in 40 minutes, but I'd rather not. I'd rather save it for next week because
Okay.
it's got a lot. There's a lot to this.
Yeah, plus
Okay.
it's also Fen was gonna read it, I guess, and he had to take off.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do like 40 pages where Fenn's not around. So
Yeah,
we'll
that's
go
understandable.
ahead and end things there.
Cool.
This also, I mean, partially, I've got ulterior motives. Moon, stay around and once we're done.
Okay.
Shmoo.
I know.
I gained a character and I still read nothing.
I'm sorry. Here's the good
I'm
news.
sorry.
Here's the good news. Both of those characters are gonna have a lot to do next time around.
Yeah, you're
Fair
gonna get it.
enough.
Yeah.
And let's see. Okay, so really quickly, Moon, heads or tails?
That's neither of those.
I think I know where this is going.
You will be reading next week.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm assuming I was the alternative.
No, it was actually me. You're gonna be the last one to go around for the
Okay.
whole run around of the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was just a question of whether we're gonna do me or Moon.
I
It's
figured it was
always
who it was going to read
to be
next.
fair. To be fair, who it's always a toss up with Moon as to whether as to what his internet's gonna do. You know,
Yeah.
but
Well,
considering how
better?
Sunday went, you know, sometimes mine isn't as good
Oh.
either.
Oh.
So guys, stick
just never know.
around. Guys, if you want to stick around with us, tomorrow we'll be dropping an episode of Anime Church over on the actual channel again. We're gonna try and do Anime Church tomorrow. Get all the stories we had to talk about done and over with. So, if either of you would like to join us tomorrow evening for Anime Church, I know that you are welcome. Unfortunately, Moon will once again be out. He made plans, and this was kind of a last minute thing. None of us were expecting my internet to just die on itself on Sunday. Like literally, I pressed the stream button, my internet crashed. The internet came back. We we went live for about maybe half an hour, just long enough to start covering Slime, the newest episode of Slime. And then the internet crashed. And I was just like, and it kept crashing, and kept crashing, and kept crashing. So 30 minutes later, my internet finally came back on. But at that point, I was fed up, and I was like, nope, we're going to reschedule. So, yeah, I figured I was either going to see if I could do it tomorrow or Wednesday. But, you know, I don't want to get in the way of Asha's streams. So tomorrow it is. So if either of y'all are available and want to cover that, you can look in Anime Church and see. And there we are. I promise once I get done cutting lines, because I am cutting the lines for Konosuba, and that is taking the majority of my time, but once I do, I'll get back to posting stuff on Instagram. I promise. Alrighty.
Cool.
Well, that is the end of tonight with Mushoku Tensei. We got through a couple chapters. We're doing all right.
Yeah.
Nobody said we had to speed our way through this. I know there's a lot to cover, but trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, this is the early stuff, and it's just kind of nice and warm and wholesome and everything. We've got plenty of stuff to cover that's gonna scratch all the other isekai itches you may have.
Itches.
Don't worry, we'll be crying soon enough.
Indeed. All right. That being the case, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow for that. And anybody got any recommendations for Fan Fridays?
Recommendations for like a topic to talk about?
No, a game to play.
No, a
on
game.
Fan
Oh, a
Friday.
game.
Tomorrow is the
trying to
topic
think.
for discussion stuff.
What kind of game are you looking for? More like laid back or more like
One that
'cause
I
know
play with
obviously
other
a group
people.
thing.
One
Yeah,
that I play
okay.
with other people.
What was
So
the new? What was the?
we got Helldivers 2,
I might have
Lethal
one.
Company,
Dark
Power World,
Galactic would be kinda cool.
Phasmophobia. Well, there is sort of Raft. Oh, that's right. There's an update for Starfield. Sons of the Forest. Yeah.
What was that one? Content warning. There we go.
Oh, I don't have that. I listed off the
Unfortunately, it's not
names
on
of the
sale
stuff that
either.
I have. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Cult of
That's
the Maybe.
that's gonna be it for us for now. I'll figure something out. Probably Phasmo, to be fair. Probably.
Oh,
play
checkbox.
Also that, yeah, that's a possibility. But I think I'm gonna jump into to Phasmo and play Phasmo with a bunch of y'all. So if you have Phasmophobia, join us on Friday. Alrighty.
What if I could?
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Take
Yeah,
care.
thanks, guys.
And bye bye for now.
Bye.
Later.
Bye-bye.